This is St. Louis Cardinals baseball here on Let's Talk Sports. It is game one here in Chase Field in the Arizona desert. We got the Cardinals and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. And this one, I'm Josh Wright doing the play-by-play. And some of the storylines heading into this game. The Cardinals, first game back after the All-Star break, 82-15. Diamondbacks 48-49, just one game below 500. Looking at the Diamondbacks real quick, though, one of the bright stars on that team has been the veteran Ketel Marte. He's hitting .571 in his last 6 games. He's on a 13-game hitting streak. Question is that let's see if that hitting streak will continue here this evening and throughout this weekend against a really hot St. Louis team. Stats in his last 6 games: 28 at-bats, 9 runs scored, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs. He's hitting .571 with a 1.743 OPS. Really good for the 2025 All-Star. Let's see what he can bring to the table here today. The Diamondbacks and Cardinals next on Let's Talk Sports. On the man for Arizona is Merrill Kelly. 18 starts. He's 7-4, 106 innings pitched. 3.65 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, and he struck out 75 on the year. Here is Lars Nootbaar leading off for the Cardinals here today. I forgot to switch it to Team Select. So Nootbaar, on the first pitch he sees is a grounder to Marte. Throw to first is in time. That's out number 1. So here is the Cardinal lineup in this one. Lars Nootbaar leads off in center. Brendan Donovan bats second and left. Wilson Contreras, Jordan Walker, Nolan Arenado, Alec Burleson, Mason Wynn, Ezekiel Duran, and then Pedro Pages is batting ninth doing the catching. Ivan Herrera is still on the IL. We also have Yoel Pozo back up in the big leagues just in case. First pitch to Donovan is a strike from Merrill Kelly. Don't know why I slurred on my words through there, but Brendan Donovan, first pitch, a strike. 0-1 from Merrill Kelly. There's a cutter hit foul, and it is 0-2. Kind of a cloudy day here in Phoenix. Looks like it might rain later, but if it does, then we'll have the roof open, or the roof closed, just in case. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a base hit into left field, and that's the first hit of the night for St. Louis.
Batting third, first baseman Wilson Contreras.
One on, one out. Here is Wilson Contreras hitting .270. Just got done with the All-Star break. The National League technically won the real All-Star game. They won the All-Star game in this MLB The Show also. The Cardinals only had 2 guys go to the All-Star game. That was Ryan Helsley and Anthony Banda, both out of the bullpen. They both also got to play a little bit in that All-Star game, which was really cool. Runner at first. 1 out, 0-2 pitch to Contreras. There's the double play ball. Perdomo flips 1, and they get them both. The Diamondbacks turn 2 to end the top half of the first. Let's see what the Bats can do against Jose Barrios when we return right after this. And on the man for the Cardinals is Jose Barrios. 19 starts, 9-2. 124.1 innings pitched, 3.18 ERA. He's got a 1.14 WHIP. 85 strikeouts on the year. He had an 8-inning start his last time up against the Nationals. Was not the prettiest start when it comes to... He didn't strike out a lot of batters. He did walk a few people, but other than that, I mean, hey, 8 innings is 8 innings. You know, we'll take it. Here's Jake McCarthy leading off for Arizona, hitting .290 on the year. The Cardinals' record 82-15. This is probably the best they've done since 2004. And that, of course, was a really good Cardinals team. There's a grounder to Arenado, throw to first. Is in time, and that's out number 1. Here is the Arizona lineup presented by Torey Lovullo and Southwest Airlines. Jake McCarthy leads off. He's in center. Perdomo leads off at bat second and short. Then Ketel Marte, Eugenio Suarez, Josh Naylor hitting in the 5th hole. He's at first. Then Luis Gurriel Jr., Corbin Carroll, Pavin Smith, and then Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, batting on the number 9 hole. And then the defensive lineup for the Cardinals: Contreras at first, second base Durand, third base Arenado, shortstop is Mason Wynn, and the outfield from left to right: Brendan Donovan's in left, Lars Nootbaar's in center, Jordan Walker's in right, and Pedro Pages is behind home plate. There's a fly ball to left center field from Perdomo. Nootbaar tracks it down for out number 2. Out number 2 here is Ketel Marte, 13-game hitting streak. The guy was also the starting second baseman for the National League in this year's All-Star game. In both real life, I believe, and he was also in franchise. 0-1 the count to Marte. There's a strike from Barrios as he drops in a sinker. We're a couple weeks away from the trade deadline. Will be interesting to see what both Cardinals and Diamondbacks end up doing. There's a grounder to Contreras. Races to the bag, covers for the out. And we go to the second. After a scoreless first inning, Jordan Walker will lead off for St. Louis here in the top of the second. Was not an all-star this year, but he did participate in the home run derby, which was nice to see. Though he didn't really do too much in the home run derby. First pitch from Kelly is taken for a ball. Fouls off a cutter, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. This year, 24 home runs on a road trip, 3 games here in Phoenix, and then they'll go to the Rocky Mountains to take on the Rockies. Counts 3-2 to Walker. Sinker called strike 3 on a pitch that hit the the lower corner of the strike zone. Walker was not too happy with that call, kind of in misbelief with the umpire. And now here's Arenado. 8-time All-Star, was not an All-Star this year. Was beaten out by both Eugenio Suarez from the Diamondbacks, who's over there at third, and then Graham Pauley from the Marlins. Rookie third baseman on the Marlins, which it's like, okay, that's interesting. I mean, he's not Nolan Arenado, but it is what it is. 1 ball, 1 strike, that's it. Foul. The count's 1-2. I'm not too sure who the team leader is in strikeouts, but I'm pretty sure Nolan Arenado has got to be in the top 3. As it seems like in every other at-bat he strikes out. There's a cutter, and he works the count 3-2. Merrill Kelly looking for back-to-back strikeouts. There's a fly ball to right. Carroll makes the catch. And that is out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. And now bring in Alec Burleson. He is hitting .222, 924 OPS, a .289 batting average. He's having himself quite a season. And of course, I'm loving what I'm seeing. And of course, pretty much everybody from the Cardinals is enjoying what they're seeing. From the fans to the front office to the manager, the coaching staff, the dugout, even the concession stand people. They're really liking what they're seeing out of Burleson. There's a grounder to Naylor. He steps on the bag, covers for the out, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. Merle Kelly with another scoreless frame. No score. No score here in the bottom of the second inning. Here is the all-star third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. First pitch fouled off. The count's 0-1. 4 for 11 lifetime against Jose Barrios and took him deep. That's nice to know. There's a slurve taken 0-2. There's a slurve, another slurve taken for ball 1. Slurve, it's kind of a mixture of a slider and a curveball for those of you who are unaware of what that is. Here's a 1-2. Suarez fouls it off once more. Keeping this set back going. You might end up working the count full for all we know. Fouls another one off again. Game 1 of a 6-game road trip. 3 games with Arizona and then 3 games in Colorado. There's a strikeout. It's the first of the day for Barrios. And now bring in Josh Naylor. Naylor hitting .227. A first pitch pop up to Contreras at first. And that is out number 2.
Batting 6, left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
2 outs. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 261 batting average, 701 OPS, 12 home runs, and I believe that said he had 49 RBIs. There's a fly ball to left. Donovan makes the catch. And we played 2 scoreless innings here in the desert. The Cardinals will have the bottom of their lineup due up when we return. No score.
Leading off for
The Diamondbacks pitching in their last series, they had 26 innings, had a 5.19 ERA. That's not very good. A 1.19 whip. Their hits per 9 is 8.3, struck out 20, and had 7 walks. I'm not too sure who they would have played to have an ERA over 5, but someone in the chat let me know, who did the Diamondbacks play last weekend, because I'm honestly not too sure. But what I am sure about is Mason Wynn will lead off the top of the third for St. Louis. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. Merle Kelly throws a cutter. Wynn takes it for ball 2. I was kind of looking at the trade block going into the deadline and everything, and I saw at one point the Diamondbacks had Merle Kelly on the block, so there's a grounder to Perdomo. 1 shortstop, grounds out to the other. That's out number 1. 1 away, here's Ezekiel Duran hitting .278. 10 bombs, 37 RBIs, a 737 OPS. There's a cutter up high, ball 1. Duran was brought over to St. Louis in a trade from the Texas Rangers earlier in the year. Cardinals shipped out a few prospects to the Lone Star State to get the utility man is Ezekiel Duran. There's a base hit in the right center field. That's going to get all the way to the wall. Duran's on his way to second, and he is in with a 1-out double. He might try for 3. Suarez not covering the bag. And Eugenio Suarez, or Ezekiel Duran, has himself a 1-out triple. A 1-out triple that splits into the right center field gap. And the Cardinals have a runner 90 feet away from home. Duran sliding in head first at third, flying around those bases. The throw in from right was just a bit off, pulls the Eugenio Suarez away from the bag just a teeny bit. So a runner at third for St. Louis, 1 out. Here's Pedro Pages. Last time we watched Pedro Pages, he had a 2-run homer. against the Atlanta Braves. Or the Atlanta Braves or Washington Nationals, one of the two. Here's the 0-2 to Podges. There's a sinker, 1-2. Was it against Nationals? It was against Washington. I don't know why I said Atlanta. Like Chip Carey up here in the booth. Having all these broadcast spoofs and everything. There's a cutter, 2-2. Duran, the runner at third. One out. Here's the 2-2 to Podges. There's a circle change, and he takes it for ball 3. Lars Nootbaar on deck. Cardinals trying to jump up to a 1-0 lead. With Podges at the plate, there's another one hit foul. It's 3-2. Struck him out on a cutter. Way outside the zone, which Podges ends up swinging at. Don't know if he was practicing his golf swing or not. So 2 outs now. Here's Lars Nootbaar. Burrell Kelly with 3 strikeouts now in this game. Sinker called, strike 1. Nootbaar grounded out to second on the first pitch of his last at bat. Duran, the runner at third. The Cardinals would hate for them to squander this opportunity to score a run. There's a grounder to Naylor. Kelly racing to the bag, covers for the out, and that's exactly what the Cardinals do. They squander an opportunity to score a run. We go to the bottom of the third. We are still scoreless here at Chase Field. Here's Corbin Carroll to lead off for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the third. Arizona has the bottom of their lineup due up. First pitch sinker called, ball 1. Carroll has 2 home runs in his last 7 games and 6 RBIs total. 2-0 from Barrios. Barrios, 33 walks on the year. He had 3 walks in his last start versus the Nationals. Pitching, he lasted till the middle of the 8th inning. 3-1 count now to Carroll. That is hit in the air to left field. Donovan is back. He's going to track it down and make the catch for out number 1.
Batting 8, designated hitter, Pavin.
So 1 out. Here's Pavin Smith, another guy on the trade block for the Diamondbacks. As a matter of fact, before I started this game, I ended up getting a trade offer from the Diamondbacks. They were wanting to give us Pavin Smith, and I kind of turned it down because I'm honestly not too sure what to do at the deadline. I know for sure I want to get like a number 5 starter in the rotation, get like another lefty. Maybe get like another bench bat or something, I don't know. But what I do know is Pavin Smith has an 0-2 count on him. Sinker fouled off once more. I don't know how he was able to get a hold of that one. But he does.
1-2.
1-2. 1-2 count, 1 out.
Ball, no. Full count.
Yeah, the count is full. Three and 2 the count. of the day for Barrios. Two outs now in the bottom of the third. Here is the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. There's a slurve called strike one. Moreno was a Gold Glove Award winner just a couple years ago. Started off his career with the Toronto Blue Jays. Came over to the Diamondbacks in a trade. The Blue Jays at one point, I know they had a lot of catching depth. Gabriel Moreno was one. Of course, they had Danny Jansen, who they eventually traded to the Red Sox, and now this year he's with the Rays. You know, Reese McGuire was another one. And then they stuck with Alejandro Kirk, who's still there. Count is 1-2. That's fouled off once more. Here's the pitch to Moreno, and there's a ground ball, base hit into right center field. Moreno racing for second. The throw in by Newtbar. Well, it hit the cutoff man, Ezekiel Duran. And Gabriel Moreno has his 9th double of the year. It's also the first hit of the night for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Went all the way into right center field. Newtbar able to track it down, picks it up, throws it in, and holds Moreno to a double. 2 outs now. Runner at second for the Diamondbacks. Here's Jake McCarthy. 0 for 1 with a ground out. There's a fly ball to left center field. It is going to be caught by Newtbar. And we played 3 scoreless innings here at Chase Field. Here in Phoenix, Arizona, Donovan, Contreras, Walker all do it for the Redbirds when we return. No score. No score here at Chase Field. Game 1 of a 3-game weekend set. Here in the desert, St. Louis Cardinals, Arizona Diamondbacks.
No ball, 1 strike.
Brendan Donovan leads off for St. Louis here in the top of the 4th. Was not an all-star in this franchise, as you guys know, but he was an all-star for the Cardinals in real life. As a matter of fact, he was 2 for 2. Got a couple of hits in the real all-star game, which was cool to see. Donovan was the one and only representative for the Cardinals this year at the all-star game. This is the 3rd year in a row, I believe, where the Cardinals have only had one guy be represented at the All-Star game.
2-2.
The 4th time, I believe, since 2019. 2019, that was Paul DeYoung. No All-Star game, of course, in 2020, but 2021, they had 3 guys go to the All-Star game. It was Molina, Nolan Arenado, and Alex Reyes. I know that might be a surprise to some people. And then 2022, I think they had 5 guys go to the All-Star game. Arenado and Goldschmidt, they started. Donovan strikes out to begin the top of the 4th. And then the other 3 were Pujols, Miles Michaelis, again, might be a surprise to some people. And then Ryan Helsley, who was an All-Star again in 2023 alongside Arenado. 2024 was Helsley. And then 2025 is just Brendan Donovan. No, I think 2023 was just Arenado. I don't know. Forgive me, I don't really watch the All-Star game that much. I haven't really watched the All-Star game in a few years. Fly ball to center field. McCarthy tracks it down. That's out number 2. Here's Jordan Walker, 0 for 1 with a strikeout his last time up. I will say, I actually do kind of like I kind of liked what they did at the end. It was like a mini home run derby at the end to announce the winner. I know a lot of old school baseball fans might think that's kind of stupid because, like, why don't they just play the game like an extra innings and someone tries to walk it off? Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It was just something corny. I feel like they were just trying to find a way. Something fun, you know, in case if the game ended in a tie, which it did.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
A lot of really cool moments. It just, you know, Clayton Kershaw, it was really fun watching him. I know a lot of people might say that, a lot of people are saying this might be his last All-Star game. If it is, I tip my hat to Clayton Kershaw. He was by far the best left-handed pitcher that I have seen. Walker strikes out. He's 0 for 2 today with a pair of Ks. We go to the bottom of the 4th, no score. It'll be Perdomo leading on for Arizona. First pitch sinker dropped in for strike 1. Perdomo, Marte, and Suarez all due up for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 4th. There's a grounder to Mason Wynn. Throw to first is going to get past the head of Contreras. It goes all the way to the Cardinal dugout. And that is going to be an error charged on Mason Wynn. Take a look at this again. Ball just goes flying over the head of Contreras. Ricochets into the dugout. So Perdomo will go to second because of the off-balance throw by Mason Wynn. And Ketel Marte will be due up, leading the Diamondbacks in OPS with .913. There's a fly ball into right. Making the catch is Burleson. Perdomo will tag up and go to third. So now Arizona has a runner at third with 1 out. Here's Eugenio Suarez. The one thing on his mind, get the runner home. Circle change, ball 1. Grounder to second, and it's a win-win situation. Cardinals get the out, Diamondbacks get the run. And with that, Arizona strikes first. It's 1-0. 1-0 Diamondbacks now. Here's Josh Naylor. Fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1. No way this guy has 5 triples this year. How much you want to bet they were all hit here in Arizona?
1-1.
Arizona, I mean, it's known for lots of triples have been hit here. It's kind of known as a triples park. Colorado and San Francisco are kind of the same way. 2 balls, 1 strike from Barrios.
3-1.
Down is 3-1 with Gurriel on deck. Fouled off, the count is 3-2.
That's a foul ball.
Fly ball to center. We go to the 5th inning. One nothing Arizona is the score. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you like fantasy football, then I've got the treat for you. If you click the link below, we are starting up a fantasy football league this year. on ESPN. Thought it'd be something fun to do with the channel and everything, you know, kind of get involved with the community and everything. But yeah, if you guys are interested in playing fantasy football this year, click the link below and join the first ever Let's Talk Sports Fantasy Football League on ESPN. Count is 1-1 to Arenado, 0 for 1. So yes, if anybody's interested in wanting to play fantasy football this year, click the link below in the chat. Nolan Arenado with a base hit to get things going for the Redbirds here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's Alec Burleson. One thing you gotta love about these ballparks on the West Coast are the dimensions. Burleson hits himself into a double play. That's the second double play the Cardinals have found themselves into. This one was a line drive right back to the pitcher. He throws to the shortstop. They get one, and then they get them both. 2 outs now. Here's Mason Wynn. Very quick game this is probably going to end up being, as we've been live for 32 minutes, and we're already in the 5th inning. But yeah, one thing, as I was saying earlier, one thing you gotta love about the ballparks out west, it just seems like the dimensions out here, you know, and the outfield and everything. There's a nice play by Suarez at third, throw to first across the diamond is in time. Suarez is proving why he was an all-star this year, making a nice play at third. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Diamondbacks lead 1-0. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. leads out for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 5th inning. For those of you just tuning in, Josh Wright with the call. It is a lovely Thursday night. I know I'm doing this on a Thursday. Thursday, July 16th is the day I'm doing this. No, it's Wednesday. My apologies. It's Wednesday, July 16th. So I'm a couple days ahead of the actual season. That was kind of the plan. Kind of take advantage of that during the All-Star break. Count is 1-2 to Gurriel. My apologies. I've had kind of a long day. I went up to Bloomington, Illinois today. Had to take care of some stuff for college and everything. There's a pop-up in shallow center. Wynn makes the catch. There's out number 1. And they'll bring in Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll hitting .273. There's a slurve outside, ball 1. So yeah, I've had quite a long day, and sometimes I get the days of the week mixed up, so I apologize for accidentally saying today it was Thursday. Instead, nope, it's Wednesday. Though today feels like a Thursday. It definitely does feel like a Thursday. I don't know if I'm alone on that or not. Oh, look out. Corbin Carroll hit in the shoulder, so he'll head to first. And now bring in Pavin Smith. Pick off, throw to first, and Carroll goes back with no problem. Of course, we all know Corbin Carroll. He's a fast son of a gun. Fouled off. The count is 0-1. Does anybody play co-op on MLB The Show? There's a fly ball into left. Donovan makes the catch. That's out number 2. Carroll will retreat back to first base. I was just asking because I don't play co-op anymore, but I remember me and a buddy, we'd always play co-op together. It was kind of our thing. And whenever we'd play as the Diamondbacks, One year, I think they were ranked first in speed. And so there was like one game where we just constantly just kept stealing bases with Corbin Carroll and Jake McCarthy and all of them. So yeah, it was pretty fun. Plus, it was around the time where Corbin Carroll wasn't really well known at the time. So yeah, it's kind of funny. We discovered Corbin Carroll before the whole league figured out who he was. Besides Diamondbacks fans, of course. Counts 1-2 to Gabriel Moreno. Hitting .265. He's already got a hit tonight. It was the first hit for Arizona. Believe it or not. Here comes the 1-2 from Barrios. That's it. It's still 1-2. Yeah, hopefully some of you lucky son of a guns joined the Fantasy Football League. It's a 12-person league. Still looking for people to join. I'm the only person in it. I have a backup fantasy league that I'm doing also, which looks like somebody already joined, which is nice. Thank you. But I'm mainly focusing on this league because it's the Let's Talk Sports League. It's the first ever fantasy football league that I'm ever doing. Well, it's not the first league that I've been in, but it's the first one that I've kind of like been in charge of. Counts 3-2 to Moreno. 2 outs, runner at first for Arizona. They lead 1-0. That is hit foul. Moreno keeping the at-bat going. He's in no hurry. He's in no rush. He goes, hey, let me just take my time. Just try and find a good pitch that he likes. Try and tire out the pitcher while you're at it. Hit foul once more. Another 3-2. We come back for the 6th inning. Duran, Pages, and Nootbaar will be due up for St. Louis. But as you guys can see, Gabriel Moreno's in no hurry to get out of this inning. He's just swinging and fouling off everything he can until he finds the pitch that he likes. Try this again. 3-2 and a base hit into right field. Runner will go to third and try and score, and he is out. Pedro Pages delivers the tag on Corbin Carroll, and the inning is over. Moreno might have won the at-bat, but the Diamondbacks will lose a run. They still lead 1-0. Josh Wright doing the play-by-play. I don't know who John Sciambi and Chris Hamilton are. No, I'm just kidding. I know who they are. John Sciambi, he's the Cubs announcer, and I don't know if Chris Hamilton does announcing or not, but take you back to the bottom of the 5th inning. So Gabriel Moreno, he wins the long at-bat with Jose Barrios. He hits one into right field, which ends up dropping in front of Burleson. He hits the cutoff man Duran, and then gets to Pages as Carroll. He's rounding third, rounding second, rounding third. He's coming home. The throw to Pages is in time. He's like, oh crap, all I gotta do is just make this tag. So he kind of makes this flip and is able to get Corbin Carroll before he can even touch home plate. Great defense from St. Louis to get out of that pickle for Jose Barrios.
No.
See who needs strikeouts when you got a good defense behind you. Here's Duran hitting 280 on the year. He's got a base hit. He's got himself a triple in this game. Not just any base hit. He's got himself a triple. One of 3 hits the Cardinals have in this game. How many people can say they hit a triple, though? A handful of them, probably, but... One and two the count. There is a fastball.
2-2.
It's 2-2.
Out.
Now batting, catcher Pedro Pajes.
2 outs. Here's Pedro Pages.
High.
First pitch, strike
No
one.
ball. 1 strike. That's foul.
Fouled away.
Ball. No.
That is up high.
Ball. 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Or 1 and 2 the count. There's strike 3 as Pages goes down swinging. For the second time today, he's talking to his bat. Going back to the dugout like it's his best friend or something. 2 outs, here's Newpar. He's also 0 for 2.
D-Ride.
Now an 0-2 count. Kelly will looking for 6 scoreless innings on the night. Which he does get with no problem as he strikes out Newpar. Back-to-back strikeouts from Merle Kelly. We go to the bottom of the inning. The Diamondbacks will have the top of their order due up. They lead 1-0. 1-0 Arizona. There's a grounder to Duran. Throw to first in time. And that is out number 1.
Now batting,
Nice play by Duran over at second.
Perdomo.
Take a look at this again. Just a nice dive. Able to get in front of the ball. Throw to first. Just perfect, man. Just flawless. 1 out. Here's Perdomo.
Good one. 0-1. Two.
There's the strike 0-2 to
No ball.
Perdomo.
2 strikes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if anybody who's tuning into the stream, again, we're doing a fantasy football league this year. The first ever Let's Talk Sports Fantasy Football League.
Now batting,
It's a 12-person league.
Cattell
There's a link
Marte.
in the chat if you guys want to click on it, and it'll take you to the league. It'd be really cool, be really appreciative if we can get that league all filled up.
Ball. 1-0.
And it'll be the first ever Let's Talk Sports Fantasy Football League. It'll be amazing. It'll be fun.
Ball 2.
2-0 the count to Marte. I don't mean to promote a fantasy football league and during a baseball game, but still, it'd be nice if people would join. Counts 2-1 to Marte. It'd be a good way to kind of, connect people a little bit more. Another 2-2 count. I know some people might ask, why aren't you doing it on Yahoo? Yahoo Sports. I don't know why. I just like... I kind of like ESPN's just a little bit better. ESPN fantasy leagues, I feel like, are more simple than Yahoo. But that's just my opinion. Of course, everybody has their own opinions. There's a sinker, ball 4 to Marte. First walk allowed by Barrios.
Now batting, third baseman.
I was about to say, I don't know how much longer he's going to go, but the Cardinals manager popping out of the dugout, I think he's going to answer my question. So Barrios comes out, and coming in is Phil Maton. 39 games this year, 7-0, 2.35 ERA. Signed out of spring training, and he's been a really good reliever in this franchise. I can't complain. Fly ball to center. That ball is going to drop for a base hit. Try and compliment him, saying he's a solid reliever, and he gives up a base hit. To Eugenio Suarez, here's Josh Naylor. There's a cutter called ball 1. Naylor 0 for 2. He flew out and hit a pop-up in 2 trips to the plate. Curveball fouled off, 1-1. Sweeper, 1-2. And there's a strikeout, and we go to the 7th inning here at Chase. It's 1-0 Diamondbacks.
Yep. No ball. 1 strike. Ball.
1-2 the count. Kevin Ginkel, AJ Puck both warming up in the Diamondbacks bullpen. Brandon Donovan. Check swing, and umpire called strike 3. Merle Kelly going at it here in the 7th inning. He's got 7 strikeouts. Here's Wilson Contreras.
Ball 1.
Count is 1-2 to Contreras.
1 ball. 2 strikes. No.
Here's a 2-2.
Ball 3. Full count.
Full count, 3-2. Fly ball to right. Carroll makes the catch, 2 outs.
Up next
For those of you
for
just
the
tuning in,
Cardinals,
only
the
1 run
designated
scored by
hitter,
Arizona,
Jordan Walker.
and it came on an RBI ground out, which are not usually the most fun. Runs to score, but you know what? It is what it is. There's a strike 0-2 to Walker. Walker 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Oh for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
Now pitching for St. Louis, number 44, Anthony Banda.
Anthony Banda, the one of 2
Leading off
all-star
for the
relievers for the
Diamondbacks,
Cardinals,
left fielder,
comes in to
Lourdes
face
Gurriel
Gurriel Jr.
0-1.
In a left center field, that ball is down all the way to the wall. Donovan can't come up with it. Runner will stay put at second. Another double hit in this game for Arizona. That is their 4th hit of the night. I want to say it's their 2nd double. Yes, it is. Alongside Gabriel Moreno.
No ball. 1 strike.
Counts 0-1 to Carroll.
Ball 1.
Right to Duran, and that's the first out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Pavin Smith.
That is driven to right field, and just like that, it's 3-0 Arizona. Pavin Smith with a 2-run shot into right field, and it is a 3-0 Diamondbacks lead.
Ball.
Fly ball to deep center. That is out. Number 2 here in the bottom of the 7th.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, center fielder Jake McCarthy.
Fouled off 0-1. To McCarthy. 0 for 3 here today.
He's out.
Kevin Ginkel. Next up out of the
for the Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks
Number
bullpen.
37, Kevin Ginkel.
Count 0-1 from Ginkel to Arenado. Fouled off in the count. Is 0-2. Strike 3 call. 4 people in the chat. Hey, what's up? How we doing? Happy Wednesday. Fouled off, the count is 0-2. Well, it was already 0-1, but it's 0-2 now. Had to stop myself.
One, two.
Fly ball to right field. Carroll makes the catch. And the Diamondbacks are 4 outs away from winning this game.
Now batting, shortstop Mason Wynn.
Ball. One ball, no strike. Three ride.
Count is 1-1 to win. There's a sinker, strike 2.
Ball.
Upstairs, ball 2. Mason Wynn, 0 for 2 here today with 2 grounders. He's 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout.
Pitching for St. Louis. Number
Bottom of the 8th
64,
inning coming up, Ryan Fernandez.
Ryan Fernandez.
Next up out of the St. Louis bullpen.
Now batting, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Count is 0-2.
Now batting, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
So now it's Eugenio Suarez. Has a base hit here today, 1 for 3. Into right center field, a base hit. It's a 2-out double for Suarez here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That's his second hit of the night. And now bring in Josh Naylor. Naylor 0 for 3. Runner at second, 2 outs, 3-0 Arizona. Grounder to first, and we're going to the 9th. Last chance for the Cardinals to try and keep things going as we enter the top of the 9th inning. Diamondbacks lead 3-0. Justin Martinez popping out of the dugout. The bullpen, excuse me. Trying to get a save and get the win for the Diamondbacks.
1-0.
Merle Kelly. I don't know, we don't really do player of the games anymore, but Merle Kelly would definitely be the player of the game for the Diamondbacks. 7 innings of work. 7 strikeouts. Cardinals only had 3 hits off Merle Kelly.
2-1.
And then the bullpen's been pretty solid. Kevin Ginkel, good 8th inning, and then Justin Martinez. Let's see what he does here in the 9th. Splitter 3-1 to Duran. Then it'll be Pages and Nootbaar. Both also due up for St. Louis here in the 9th. 3-2 is the count. Two outs away.
Now batting, catcher, Pedro.
1 out here is Pedro Pages. Hitting a .173 on the road. 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. And again, he hasn't really played a lot of road games this year. Mainly used as a pinch hitter. Of course, he's the backup catcher, so whenever Ivan Herrera needs a night off, Pages is there. Sometimes he's even played first base in some of the games that I've simulated. Herrera will catch and Pages will play first base, and either Contreras will have the night off or he'll be the DH. Count is 1-2. Back-to-back strikeouts for Martinez here in the 9th. And now it will be Nootbaar. 0 for 3, like a good chunk of this Cardinal lineup. There's a sinker, 1-0. Sinker, 2-0. Here's the 2-1.
Ball.
3-1.
Ball. One strike.
Splitter 3-2.
Full count.
A fly ball to center. This should do it. McCarthy is there to make the catch. That's the ball game. Diamondbacks win 3-0. Burrow Kelly's 7 shutout innings. The bullpen comes in, does the rest, and it's an Arizona 3-0 winner here against St. Louis as they take the first game of this 3-game set. And that's all we got for you here today on Let's Talk Sports for Cardinals baseball. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. In this situation, well, we just take home the loss. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the stream, though. Make sure to leave a like. Best way to show your support on these streams and videos and all that stuff. Subscribe if you guys are new here. If you guys enjoyed the content, we're on the road to 500 subscribers, trying to get that by the end of the year. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to click the link in the chat below if you guys are interested in joining the Fantasy Football League. But yeah, like I said before, it's a 12-person league. Make sure you claim your spot if you want to play fantasy football with us this year. But until then, I'm Josh Wright signing off. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you guys next time. The Diamondbacks win